What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We are back with another umamusume video. In this video, we are pretty much just going to be doing the last and final day, I believe day 6 of the League of Heroes. It does say 12 hours and 45 minutes here, and it pretty much adds up. And then after that should be the extra stage, but yeah, that doesn't matter about me. That doesn't matter about me anyway, so... today's video, we're just going to be going over the 5 tickets, finishing off the League of Heroes, see how far we go. Probably, most likely, at least Plat 3, at the very least, I would say. As per usual. We're at, what, 2,400, right? Or 24,000, my bad. Yeah, there's no way of making it, regardless. If we are at 25, that would have been, like, the closest chance we would have gotten. Excuse me, but yeah, we don't, because we can get like only what, 1,000 per. Wait, no. Yeah, 1,000 per set. Am I thinking this wrong? Or can I do it? So we'll figure it out. I'm kind of confused. Maybe I'm confusing myself. We'll just see what happens. We'll just see what happens. So, yeah. I had already recorded the polls for Zonko and NT, and then after I get this over with, I'm gonna upload both of them before I start recording the story for NT. And then I think also, not making any promises that I'll go all the way for Sigrid. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Type of deal. We'll just see how that goes. Because I think I'm more invested in... the next patch. So we'll see what happens there. But other than that, I did catch up a little bit more on Genshin. I did catch up a little bit more on Genshin. Did another act, and then yeah, slowly getting there. Slowly getting. Technically, story-wise, main story-wise, I am already pretty much caught up. I believe I'm already on my way to Snezhnaya now. So I think I'm at the recent story, but I do want to do 2 of the character stories because it has some kind of relation to the part of the main story. So I kind of want to do that first. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Other than that, I did see the new banner in Mongol as well, so I don't know if I'll get started with that right away because I do want to just focus on Genshin for now. But besides that, I do need to get NT out of the way, as well as Wuwa later, I guess tomorrow, but it does release later tonight. So and then we'll see what happens with Zenless, with the Sigrid pulls, I guess. But other than that, I'm gonna start going over the comments, since one, what am I saying? I only have 5 tickets, so I don't think I'll have that much time, just in case, just to see if I can make the video a little bit shorter today. And then tomorrow we should start just going back to training for the CM, which is yikes, 60 points. Which is mile distance for the next CM. So with that being said, I'm gonna start going over the comments. I do see one comment from Nova that has a bunch of replies. But we'll see how this goes. So first comment we're going over is from Asta. Don't forget that in Honkai Impact 3rd, all the female characters like Himiko, Kiana, and many others had various different versions of themselves. especially regarding costumes and the like. I guess you're just talking about all the alternative characters they released for them. Now look at HSR. Since a version 4.0, we've seen only new characters, while the rest are SP, and there are certainly plenty more of those to come. Why did it feel like you're saying that in a bad way? Why did it feel like you're saying that in a bad way? The "we've seen only" part makes it feel like it was a bad thing, just a little bit. Because normally for all these gacha games, obviously we mostly just get new characters, and I do welcome the fact that they do release SP or other alternates of characters, since it just shows me that they're not completely just writing off all the other characters. As of right now, Wuwa would be like an example of that, because, well, I guess besides Yang Yang, but that's pretty much it. They pretty much went the Zenless route and got an A rank or a 5-star, 4-star, whatever it is, and made it into a limited character, either an S rank like in Zenless with like what, 2 or 3 of those characters, or I guess basically just Anby and Billy, right? And then in this case in Wuwa, just Yang Yang getting her glow up. So at least in these cases like HSR, we got a different Silver Wolf, different blade, and then next banner should be Robin and Aventurine, which I welcome. I don't mind. I don't mind at all getting other versions of other characters. Perfectly fine with me. I've been saying for a long time that the game is increasingly moving towards the Honkai Impact 3rd. I mean, I don't see why not. It would be kind of like it. They are both Honkai titles, technically. Welt did technically, or from what I heard or believe, did come from the Honkai Impact 3rd world. So, and the fact that there are characters that resemble characters from Honkai Impact 3rd, like literally small Bronyo with Silver Wolf, and then normal Bronyo getting released in Bellabog. Or not released, but in standard banner. Sela, different, obviously a different version of her. Himiko, same thing. So yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I already made that connection a long time ago when it first started. So I'm not surprised. And then there's the whole, and also like Acheron also, so Nova responded and says, what a memory. I played twice and quit at the end. Don't remember the story much, but it was a time when emulators were still the only option for PC gaming experience, and that wasn't working for me with HI3. I didn't really like it with PGR either, but I stuck around a bit longer with that gacha. I didn't even play PGR. I didn't even play PGR, so. But other than that, thank you, Asta, for the comment, and Nova for replying. Next comments are going to be from Kazuki. First one says, where is Day 4 League of Heroes? I don't want to be that guy, Kazuki, so I'm going to let you figure out the answer yourself by giving you this hint. If yesterday was day 5 and I used 10 tickets, what does that mean about day 4? Another hint to that, it's basically what I did with day 3. When I did 10 tickets on day 3 and then another 10 tickets on day 5. That is my hint to you. Hopefully you figured out the answer. Normally, if it's a comment like this, especially with Nova, because Nova tends to sometimes now, but before was on a roll with mentioning and questioning something in the comment section when in that video, that same video he commented on, I had already talked about it or answered that same question somewhere along in that video. So yeah, Kazuki, I'll let you figure that out yourself. Next comment says, I see, thank you. Then I don't have the chance to get to plat 4 unless I pull a miracle to get 1k points each for the last 5 tickets, since I'm 3.8k points short to get to plat 4. Hey, it can happen. It can definitely happen. And then so yeah, unexpected happened and I reached plat 4 with 30,730 points. Hey, you reached plat 4 before I did. Holy crap, I'm speechless and so happy at the same time. For the first time in my Uma years, Jesus, I won and got the plat 4 badge. Onto the extra stage, let's go. I don't think you go to the extra stage. Unless you're like the top 100 or whatever. Whatever limit it is. At least that was my understanding. I wouldn't know since I've never, made it to plat 4 and 2, let alone made it to the extra stage if I didn't make it to plat 4. So I don't think that's the case. At least that's what I think. I don't think just because you get into plat 4, you get into the extra stage. That extra stage is literally basically for the whales, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I don't think so. That you made it to the extra stage. Or whatever, to be honest. Because of the whales. 7,845th place. Still unplaced on ranking. Though it will get lower than that. Maybe 10,000th and down place. With more people playing, maybe. Or finishing off before the deadline. The others are getting 33 to 34k points, so yeah, I'm content with the result as a pure free-to-play player on this game. Chrono to carry with 67 wins, Almond Eye with the sub carry 47, and Tachyon Summer just for fun with 34. Fresh Uma, other than the Umas that I always use for PvP events. Well, now I'm like a little bit more worried for Pretty Derby for you because based off on how you describe on why you got burnt out or stopped playing Woo, well, it seems like I said yesterday, seems like you're the type of guy if once you reach a certain point in the game, you might just drop it, regardless of if you really like it or not. Because considering Woo and how you glazed the crap out of it, even though you basically retired from it, while you're still glazing it, you're not playing it at the same time. So it's just saying. Well, like working hard Asian people tends to work hard for their family. I can see Imeth on that. I'm gonna finish reading this because I'm like, I was about to say something. Also, of course, it's not limited to Asian. Honestly, whoever works hard for their family or relatives or even friends can really hit hard, relate, seeing and experiencing the Imeth story. I was gonna say, I don't think that specific thought or idea just goes towards just the Asian people. Just saying. I'll just say I don't think that was the case. So yeah. Nova says, nowadays I've seen some Asians who live like a parasite off their family and just live a miserable life after their parents are in the ground. It's tragic, really. Like I said, just the way Nova says basically passed away and everything like that. I don't know why it feels more harsh the way you say it like that, Nova. It's like they're in the ground. Or really? Some people might not get that. They might think something else happened. If they don't get what we're talking about. Kind of weird. Still feels different reading it like that. I would say, yeah. I mean, there's definitely families like that regardless. So I wouldn't say it's just Asians like I said with Kazuki's comment. I don't think that's just an Asian thing. I'm pretty sure around the world, no matter what race, there's gonna be people or families like that. So just be more general about it. Well, it didn't happen now. Only CM is remaining. I don't know what's gonna happen next if I will continue or crave that winning feels again. Well, it all depends on you. It all depends on you. Um, for me, if I like the game, I'm gonna continue playing it. That's just how it is. I don't necessarily feel like I'm gonna get burnt out for the simple fact that I play multiple games, which is why I play multiple games at the same time, is because I myself gets tired of one thing if I only do one thing at a time. So it makes sense for me to play multiple gacha games to keep me feeling different with every time I jump in, feeling like refreshed or whatever when I jump in. Even though the games are relatable, like gameplay or whatever, it still feels different because essentially it's still a different game. So I don't essentially feel the burnout at all because I'm enjoying other things. Noah says somehow CM Group A win isn't that hard. You'll get it in no time. And then Kazuki says, I don't know about that. Maybe after a year, I'll get that W. Noah says, having MLB cards and some simple guide help me. Well, let's see how long until Kazuki gets a win in Group A. But at the same time, that will also be the timer to see, or the countdown to see whether or not he continues playing Uma or goes to a whole different game because of how he is. But it is what it is. Other than that, thank you, Kazuki, for the comments and Nova for replying. Appreciate it as always. Next comments will all be from Nova. Starting off with Oshushu. The comment section on gacha related videos are hilarious to say the least. I just made one comment stating that the free-to-play weapon options in WoW is very limited to the point of non-existent. I mean, if that's all you can use, kind of got no choice but to use it, right? Other than that, I don't really know, since I've really just been using or going for all the weapons. So then the one guy who decides to disagree with me by opening with the statement, oh, just because you dislike the game, it doesn't make everything bad. I don't think you said anything about the game besides the free-to-play weapons. So that's weird. Like, honestly, if that's what you're going to start your comment with, then you might as well not bother. The critique was made not because I dislike Uwa, but rather it's a fair criticism to make, especially when you see other games. Especially Hoyo made some efforts to provide free-to-play options. Genshin's actually a good example of that. Because I do use essentially some of the purple weapons, the free-to-play weapons, because they actually do work. And yeah, I'd say it's pretty. You could move weapons around, obviously, also, so that works also as well. Star Rail also has some good light cone options, free to play light cone options if you really need to. I do use some for those that I didn't manage to pull the light cone. Zenless, although majority of my characters do have their weapons. For the characters, besides Suna's the kind of the exception. Like, she works still, but she feels very limited compared to Yuzuha missing out on when I missed out on both their W engines. But are you honestly gonna show for Wua, saying that String Master is a perfectly good free-to-play option when the weapon itself is limited already? I honestly can't decide if I'm laughing out of frustration or embarrassment at this point. Just because you like the said gacha doesn't mean you have to defend every negative about it. Well, these are the same people who, I mean, obvious that this person is exactly the type of people who feels victimized when someone says something negative about their game that they like and enjoy playing. It's also the same people who would go to other games and start bashing on them because maybe people from that community did the same thing to Wuwa. So yeah, I can care less about those people. I can care less about those people. Co-op in gachas are kind of mid, not gonna lie. I mean, I rarely tried it, like I said, or played co-op gachas, so I really don't know how to what to say about it. Besides from what I experienced, which wasn't necessarily co-op. It was just me going into a world and getting items. I mean, materials I needed. Tanoki says co-op parenting in Uma is real. Hardly works out, but when it does, I guess you're just talking about the borrowing of the parents. I'm assuming that's what you mean. But the way you worded it, but when it does, Nova says a lot of Uma's being NTR'd if you think about it, loaning yours to others all day long. Jesus bejesus. Or bejesus. I mean, it's just borrowing, right? It's kind of like when you borrow a different person's character in a different game. Kind of like Girls Frontline, if you want an example. Just saying. Dark Soul stuff, man. I don't think I have many gotchas that would be remotely close to what that is. I mean, I just basically related it to the hard difficulties of the of the tacit holograms, because honestly, you get one hit or two hits, you're pretty much dead. So it's kind of like a Dark Souls feeling, where if you don't know the attack patterns and all that, you're pretty much screwed. Sweaty and Wua and quit from Burnout, but could you expect the same in Uma? I don't know. I feel like Uma is still fairly chill, regardless. So I feel like you'd get bored first rather than burn out, but I must say the same thing again. This is why I play multiple games. This is why I play multiple games, and I know you understand that also, Nova. This next comment is the one with a lot of replies, but I guess I can quickly go over it. But echo farming is only viable if you're still building a character, unless you are aiming for that perfect 75 300 crit rate and damage. People are fine with having okay stats. I'm part of that squad or group of people who is okay with okay stats, unless it's a character I really want to build. In this case, I did try working on my Hiyuki team, but realizing that I'm going to use a lot of materials just to go through that. Yeah, no. So I'm kind of just satisfied with how it is right now with my Hiyuki team. Kazuki says, yeah, I'm always aiming for that since I want my characters to hit hard. I think my perfected one close to max is Phoebe, of course, my main and number one waifu, with 100, 300 crit rate damage, DPS Phoebe. I don't think, I have one more ticket. The only downside is heavy attack damage bonus. I think I only have low heavy percent attack damage bonus on her. I don't know if I should ask this question, but is your Phoebe maxed out in dupes wise? How long is this? This is medium distance, right? Yeah, sure. Dupes wise, because you did go for dupes for Imeth, but if she's not your number one, do you have dupes on Phoebe? It'd be weird if you had dupes on Imeth but not Phoebe. Just saying. Just saying. Nova says, well, when you have 26 gotchas, can you afford time to grind to the point of burnout, though? That's a true strat that me and Shushu are using. Hey. Can't get burnt out if you have a variety of things to experience, right? Different things. Kazuki says, planning to S6 her and do solo run and solo DPS, and even if she ever got a skid, I'm thinking to buy it. I'm assuming that's towards to Phoebe. I still don't get it. I still don't get it. You've completely quit the game, but you're still planning to pull an S6 characters, but you won't have currency to pull because you're not doing any of the events or story and all of that. So that's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Nova says, wait, are you free to play in general or are you actually a whale? I'm assuming this is towards Wuwa. I believe he mentioned he did spend on Wuwa a while ago. So, Kazuki says, I'm free to play plus Lunite Spender. That you saying plus Lunite Spender already canceled out your free to play part. Just saying. Equals light spender, I guess. Yeah, depends how light we talking about. Also, I think I'm not actually gonna S6 her right away. Like, what I'm gonna do is pulling for her every rerun, I think. Unless if I got lucky, just like in my IMF pull session, that is... this is about Phoebe. That's kind of true, or actually true. I said in response to not being able to be burnt out because of multiple games. It is kind of true. it is kind of true, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, because once you got things all caught up with one game, you have another game to catch up on, probably, like I do. Like I've been going through. So it just keeps me, and then after that it's just doing dailies, especially if I'm content with how my account is going so far. Dailies and events if I have to do events, and then move on, so forth. Don't feel the need to get burnt out, or don't feel like I'm gonna get burnt out. The only way I see myself getting burnt out is if I'm like burnt out is me just being physically tired, but that hasn't happened. That hasn't happened. Though for me, I can also say that I can get burnt out in overall games if I play lots of games, since I think this is my nature. Or if I do play lots of games, I'm gonna stick to one and dedicate myself to that game. If that happened, I got burnt out playing lots of games to other games that I played. Yeah, just some what you've mentioned does seem like you are more of the I can only play one game at a time. That's what it seems like. Noah says Lucky Mustard. If it's about his iMyth pulls, yes. And then I'm going for that 100 gacha title. You know that title is harder than any platform or see him win. Well, good luck with that. Like I said, you got a whole 74 more to go. And as time goes on, games will get EOS and more games will get released. So we'll see what happens. Hiyuki is Lucila's best friend, at least. True. That's what it seems like. Chisa has friends too. She has friends, okay? Yes, she does have friends. She is actually part of the gang. Come on now. I don't know if she's part of the gang, but if she just randomly shows up, then why not? I'm definitely positive that she's part of the gang. The feels also came after during Luke's story arc. At the end, Rover had to express how vulnerable she was to him, and it was a moment when I felt at peace knowing that Rover actually needs counseling like a normal human would. Just the story alone in Lahai Roy just gave Rover the human element to her. Like, not just this possibly omniscient being or whatever, because she obviously has been around for a while. A long while. So that's the reason why I enjoyed it more than the typical tropes. So yeah, the Echo said for Hiyuki's not even remotely close to Carlota's. How Kazuki cleared tower with that is impressive to say the least. Kazuki says, I only used her to side tower though to try out her damage. Also, it's one time only since I quit afterwards. And my main agenda is that I'll use her solo on my favorite punching bag hologram of all time, Fallacy of No Return 6, level 100. If it's the side one, yeah, that isn't that bad. That isn't that bad at all. Well, I have a Fusion Burst team, and is that the last reply from Nova? All right. I mean, from Kazuki, if that's the case. Yeah, thank you, Kazuki, for all the replies. Appreciate it as always. And then, well, I have a Fusion Burst team and a Mono Fusion team. Well, I technically have both as well. I technically have both as well. Just without Brent. Just without Brent. Oh god, Shushu Groza alt is coming next from the teaser, and I'm like, it's earlier than I thought. Guess this is where I decide once again if I should max dupe a character or not. I'll just be pulling. I'll just be pulling. I won't be going max out though. Eugene got plat 1 at least. His NTE is MIA and his Enfield is just like Tsuyoshi in the ground now. Well, Enfield is just probably just hasn't started. I haven't heard from him, so NTE is MIA, and with the new version patch out, we'll see what happens. And did he say he got plat 1 at least? We'll see. Kazuki's Asian, alright. I can make this joke as a fellow Asian brother. That makes 3 of us, since the 3 of us. Oh, 4. 5 with Yujin and Tanoki? Right? And you do realize that 1.4 NC is coming, right? I'm also not sure if I'm pulling for the next nub after Zonko. But the good thing I've seen is that Zonko can work with Requiem at least. Or Lacrimosa, for those who don't know that Requiem is Lacrimosa. Yeah, I do. But but there I say it, Noah. You will, even if you don't pull for the next character after Zonko, if you somehow end up needing to use a card, you will. And swipe. So regardless, you're still going to end up getting the characters you want. Lucky Mustard is reserved for Uma only, but my hoarder mentality is kicking in unconsciously for many of these gachas I play. I can see that. I can see that. Actually, I saw that comment after the recent HSR livestream, so I'm assuming it's a two-way collab. Maybe. I didn't see that. Wait, why are you watching HSR livestream if you don't play the game? Hello? Weird. Is it? Let me actually see a summary of it, if there is. If I can come across a summary of it. Pretty sure I can. Let me see. Let me just search from here. .5 maybe. Let me see if they mentioned that in the last live, the most recent one, I'm assuming. I was 1800 off from plat 4. Almost there. Almost there. Stropolis. Manage a racing team. Log in. Starro new cosmetics. Speed up feature. That. Oh. I guess it is for both games at the same time. I see. All right. I guess it does go both ways. I guess it would make sense for it to go both ways. Now that I think about it. Especially being in the same, being by the same company. So it does make sense to go both ways. I guess we'll see what happens in the Star Rail side, but I guess in both games. But which characters would be a good fit for Zenless from HSR? I would be very pleased if Sparkle and Kafka came over, but it's most likely March 7 and one other dude since HSR does have a good amount. Would it be March 7? What makes you say that? What makes you say that? We'll see. We'll see what they do. Yeah, I got into anime because I wanted to escape from reality. I did play soccer and ping pong, but I didn't see the reason why I would still watch a sports anime if I wanted an escape. Rather, I enjoyed the harem and comedy genre. Fan service was so common back then that I actually don't react much to those scenes. Because sports anime is a whole totally different setting than real life. It's a whole different comparison. You get to watch it, and essentially it's kind of like watching sports in a way, just without the whole just stories and all. You're literally watching the game. But just think of if you were just watching a story based. I don't know how else to describe this. For me, it was just easy to get into it because I was into sports. And seeing it animated or whatever just felt really cool to watch. That's just that simple. For me, that's just how simple it was. I didn't really necessarily affect how I watched an anime, or the purpose of watching anime, like an escape essentially. But yeah, I didn't really see it that way. Where why would I be into it if I wanted to use said thing as an escape? It's an anime. At the end of the day, it's an anime, and that's all I cared about. And it was within my interests, so just say, if it was within my interests and I like it, then why wouldn't I watch it? It's kind of like, in a way, people use video games as an escape in a sense. And if you're into sports, a lot of athletes and all that do play sports games. Some athletes actually do watch sports anime, so yeah, that's kind of weird. I would think that if you're into it, it'd be easier to get into or be fine with it. I still find it funny that Hattori skin is still the one skin that isn't a directly purchased skin. I think that would be the one Hattori skin we will have, Shushu. It's sad, but it is what it is. It's sad because Chaos has a summer skin and Hattori still doesn't have a paid skin in general. That's still my argument here. That is still my argument here. Nova says, and there's one more comment. Oh yeah, we actually saved Paimon in the most recent lore, and man, Renova is hot. Might have to pull Kazuki in the near future with Genshin. You do you. You do you. But other than that, that's all the comments. So thank you, Kazuki, Nova, Asta, for the comments. And I do remember Tanoki replying in one of the comments. So with that being said, guys, we made it to Plat 3 like I said we will. Or I would. About like 2 to 3 tickets short from getting to Plat 4. Pretty much just if I had gotten all those 4th places or 3rd places higher, I probably would have made it. But other than that, that is pretty much it for this video. If you guys didn't make it this far in this video, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and let me know how you guys did in your League of Heroes. If you made it into Plat, wherever in Plat, I'm assuming. And if there's anything else you want to talk about or ask me, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. So with that being said, guys, I need to get this video edited along with the polls for Zonko and get those uploaded. And then once they're uploaded, I'll get started with the story and get that recorded. So, and then maybe even also the secret polls, because as of right now, it's not even out. So with that being said, guys, thank you once again. As always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.